You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Saturday the 9th of May, 2026. It is 50 days after the spring equinox. It is 43 days before the summer solstice. In today's episode, New Trees in Bloom, St. Mark's in the Bowery, The Lawnmower, Billy Joel, Joy Harjo, and Europe Day. The sun rises today at 5:45 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:52 p.m. The sun sets today at 8 p.m., civil twilight ends at 8:31 p.m., and nautical twilight ends at 9:09 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 7 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon reaches its third quarter at 5:13 p.m. today. The moon rises today at 1:57 a.m., and it sets at 12 noon. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 4:09 a.m., 1 meter 37. In the morning, low tide, 10:31 a.m., 15 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 4:47 p.m., 1 meter 31. At night, low tide, 10:55 p.m., 30 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, black locust trees are beginning to bloom. They leafed out a couple of weeks ago, and now high at the tops of their crowns, they are putting out lavish sprays of white flowers. Black locusts are monoecious, so they have both male and female flowers on the same tree. And as members of the legume family, they have nodules that fix nitrogen in the soil. They are native to the Appalachians and the Ozarks, but they are widely planted here. Another tree coming into bloom is the smoke tree. We only know one specimen in the neighborhood, in Socrates Sculpture Park, beside Vernon Avenue. You can't miss it. It has rich purple oval leaves, and as it flowers, it sends out diaphanous sprays that really do look like small puffs of smoke emerging from the branches. Commemorations. On this day in 1799, St. Mark's Church on the Bowery was consecrated. The handsome classical building was designed by John Macomb, Jr., who was also one of the architects of City Hall. The Episcopal Church was built on what had been Peter Stuyvesant's estate and stands at 2nd Avenue and 10th Street in Manhattan. Stuyvesant, who was Director General of the Dutch colony of New Netherland, is buried there. In the 20th century, St. Mark's became home to the Poetry Project. Allen Ginsberg read there frequently, and Patti Smith gave her first reading and musical performance there in 1971. The poet Anne Waldman inaugurated the annual New Year's Day Marathon in 1974, featuring 11 continuous hours of poetry readings every year. On this day in 1899, John Albert Burr received a patent for his rotary blade lawnmower. The design remains the standard for hand-push lawnmowers. The blades spiraled around in a cylindrical shape and were designed not to get clogged by cut grass. His lawnmower was also maneuverable and allowed cutting close to walls and other obstructions. Burr was born to enslaved parents in Maryland in 1848. After emancipation, he received an education, and he had a long career inventing devices for lawn care and agriculture. He received more than 30 patents over his lifetime. Today we wish a happy birthday to Billy Joel, born this day in 1949 in the Bronx. He released his first hit song, Piano Man, in 1973, and has remained one of the top-selling recording artists in the country. In his song Only the Good Die Young, he sang, "I'd rather laugh with the sinners than cry with the saints." Happy birthday, Billy Joel. We also wish a happy birthday to Joy Harjo, born this day in 1951 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. A member of the Muskogee Nation, she was the first Native American to hold the post of Poet Laureate of the United States. In addition to poetry, she also performs on saxophone and flute, both solo and with her band, Aerodynamics. Her poetry is both contemporary and deeply rooted in Native storytelling and perspectives. In her Eagle poem, she describes seeing eagles soaring high in the sky, and she writes, We see you, see ourselves, and know that we must take the utmost care and kindness in all things. She also once wrote, "There is no poetry where there are no mistakes." Happy birthday, Joy Harjo. Finally, today is Europe Day in the European Union. The day marks the publication of the 1950 Schuman Declaration, which first proposed the European coal and steel community. From that small pact, the European Union has grown. This Europe Day, we contemplate how a continent that suffered hundreds of years of war between competing powers set out to create a peaceful, unified association of 27 countries. It is a bold experiment, and it is a work in progress. Happy Europe Day to all our European friends. And that is the Observatory, Saturday the 9th of May, 2026.